Hello! I've been meaning to do an episode on the benefits of this 8-week energy cleanse challenge that I launched last week on social media. For those of you who are listening that might not be aware, it's a free 8-week energy cleanse challenge to guide us in cleansing our energy bodies. Remove any blocks, any stagnant energy, or any imbalances that might be lingering and hindering our health and our emotions. This energy cleanse challenge is probably, literally, one of the most important and empowering tools a person, a human, can learn in this 3D energetic, dense world. You know, since we are made up of energy, and so is the world all around us. And it's really difficult to know if we're carrying energy blocks or if there are any issues in our energy body, because we can't see it. It's not tangible. Although we can feel it. And if we tap into our body, if we connect to our inner selves, we can find little blocks, depending on the energy center along our body. So we have 7 energy centers along our body, known as chakras. And these different chakras are associated to different parts of the body and are connected to different organs and hormones and emotions. And I'll give you an example. If we're feeling a little bit of FOMO, if we're feeling a bit of FOMO, we can feel that fear of missing out, and which can be directly connected to our self-worth, which is connected to our solar plexus chakra, the 3rd energy center in our body. It can also be connected to our heart chakra, which is self-love, when we feel that we aren't enough because we're missing out on something. So we might feel that we have been abandoned. There's lots of different things. So a good clue to find out if our energy centers are being blocked is to navigate it through our emotions. What emotion is there? Is there any anger? If the anger is there, what might that mean? So we're going to go through, in this episode, we're going to go through exactly each energy center and chakra and explain why it's so important to have them balanced and to cleanse them, what symptoms there might be because of them being imbalanced, and how we'll feel when we are imbalanced. And I'll also give you some examples of what happened to me when I started working on my chakras. For those of you who may not be aware of where chakras originated, like they're part of our body, but how were they discovered? And they were discovered in India thousands of years ago, BC, like 1500, 1000 BC. And it was a complex and ancient energy system that was first mentioned in the Vedas, which are ancient sacred texts of spiritual knowledge. So this information isn't new. It's not one of these new trends that have just become. It's something that is ancient and spiritual and basically handed down from our ancestors from thousands and thousands of years ago. It's a part of spiritual Buddhist traditions, Hindu, It's also part of Hindu and yoga. Our chakra system is directly connected to yoga, and there are plenty of yoga poses that we can do in order to help unblock different stagnant energies or stubborn energies that we can't really get through, I suppose, focusing on the energy through our mind. I'll never forget when I started working on my energy body. It's a process that requires time. It requires consistency and a kind of a ritualistic maybe habit that we can incorporate into our day. And I remember I started working on my energy. Well, I've always worked on my energy center through meditations, but it was a kind of a passive thing that I did years ago. But about 3 years ago, when I gave up alcohol, I started to wonder where these emotions that were surfacing were coming from. And I started working on my chakra system. And the more I worked on my chakra system, the more balanced my emotions felt. And I was able to release and let go of stagnant energy. And I remember specifically one morning, when I was focusing on my sacral chakra, I got a little pain, like, one of those stingy pains in if you have like cystitis or something like that. Got an awful pain and I had to go to the toilet. And I literally went to the bathroom and peed it out. That actually can happen after meditations, by the way. If you're following my meditations and you need to go to the toilet after it, it's a release of and let go of energy. It's another way of releasing. So that's very, very healthy. And I went to the toilet and I peed it out and the pain was gone. And I was like, did that just happen? I swear, I really was a little bit shocked. I was like, wow, that's so powerful, this energy work that I'm doing. And then gradually, slowly but surely, I started to navigate different emotions and balance them all out. Like the feeling of abandonment that I discovered that surfaced when I stopped drinking alcohol. I was able to navigate that feeling and connect it to my heart chakra of self-worth and my root chakra of feeling safe and secure. The examples, there are so many numerous examples that I can tell you about, and I will do as I go through each energy center and explain them all, and then I'll give you an example of what happened for me. So let me just ask one thing for anybody who's listening, and I really hope lovely ears are open. Are you somebody who suffers with chronic pain and you've been to different physios and it just isn't seem to get better? Are you somebody who suffers with awful anxiety, maybe worry, kind of, I suppose, I don't want to say irrational, but sometimes we can worry about things that never happen. Are you somebody who tends to let their thoughts run away with them and be anxious and worried about things that may not ever happen? Are you somebody who finds it difficult to accept compliments? Do you find it tricky to say, I love you to somebody? Can you say, I love you to yourself? I love myself. That was a tricky one for me, I'm not gonna lie. Do you feel unsafe in a safe place? If on paper, everything seems to be safe around you, but you don't feel safe. You have a fear of being, I suppose, being in a situation, you just feel fearful. Is that you? Do you find it difficult to make decisions? You really just cannot decide on what you want to do. That used to be me. That was a big me. I was always looking externally for answers and decisions and for people to tell me what to do. That was big me. And are you somebody who feels that they can't express their true selves? They can't show their true selves to the world? And tell people their real opinions? That was me too. All of these questions, if you said yes to any of these questions while working on your energy, body, on your chakra system, is going to be transformational. And I am so excited, and I really hope it reaches. It is going to reach. This is reaching the people who need it. That's my objective. Because in this day and age, a wonderful whirlwind world that we're living in, we need to find our own empowerment. We need to find our own tools that we already have, but we just haven't remembered yet, in order to manage ourselves better and make the most of our lives. So, I'm excited to explain the chakras to you now. Let's kick off with the root chakra. Our root chakra is the first energy center. It's located at the base of our spine or at our pelvic floor, and it's associated with the color red and the earth element, earth. So, which makes sense because we're walking on the earth. It's so healing to connect to the earth as much as we can. Walk in nature, walk by the beach. If you live in the middle of the city, find a tree, just be near that. Even touch the tree, just skin to earth is the most healing thing that anyone can ever do. And if you don't have that opportunity to be near nature for whatever reason, our imagination is just as powerful because we're energetic beings. We can get that wonderful energy from the earth through our imagination and visualization. So, our root chakra is our basic needs. It's safety. It's shelter. It's our emotional needs. We store fear here. We can store frustration here, insecurity. When we don't feel grounded or we don't feel safe, we can store worry and feelings of lack of safety. We can also feel very anxious, panicky, very fearful, and we can have nightmares. Our root chakra is connected to the area at the base of our body, so our feet, our legs, our circulation system, our colon, our bladder, our lower back, our digestive, and our sexual and reproductive area, as in, just the tip of that part. Our reproductive glands in our ovaries as women and testes as men is also connected to our root chakra and our lymphatic system. So when we cleanse our root chakra and remove any blocks or stagnant energy, we completely free all of these areas, energetically speaking. When we're focusing on our root chakra, imagine a big healing, warm, cleansing light blowing through from the outside of your body through to the back of your body and cleansing all of those stagnant energies and all of those blocks, anything that might be hindering our root chakra. It's like a wind blowing through. Imagine a little tornado cleansing all of the debris and unwanted energy that we might have around our root chakra. I would say that I recommend wearing something red. If you are focusing on balancing your root chakra, maybe something red might help with that energy balance. It's not necessary, because we have all of the power within ourselves, and our energy and our imagination and our visualization and unwavering intention. So these things I'm going to suggest are just complementary. So we can wear something red, can be anything, just one garment, a scarf, even red socks or red underwear. We can use crystals to complement our root chakra, like brown jasper, smoky quartz, obsidian, tourmaline. Foods that help us balance our root chakra, you can imagine root foods, are beetroot, sweet potato, orange, and anything that comes from the ground, really. Anything that's red, anything that's kind of reddy or dark orange. Tomatoes are a good one. And music. The sound that's associated with our root chakra is around the 400 hertz sound frequency. It's like, if you can Google root chakra music and it will come up automatically, but it's usually around the 432, 412, the 4, but then there, it really does depend on the audio that you're listening to, but you'll be hearing 432 sounds as you're listening to this right now. And the root chakra audio that I created for week 1 has 432 hertz sound frequency in that as well, because sound is really impactful, because it's a frequency that matches the low frequency around our root chakra. And if you would like to use your voice, to help remove any stagnant energy, the sound that goes with our root chakra is Lam, Lam, and it's like a chant. So combined with the frequency, and our chanting can be absolutely unbelievably transformational. So it's like Lam. I'm trying to go as low as I can. Lam. You can feel the sound at the base of your body when you do this. Lam. You can actually feel that vibration. And when you have intention with your breath and bodily awareness with our voice, we can really, 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 really get those stagnant energies out of there. So that's our root chakra. And one thing that happened to me when I worked on my root chakra, the more I work on my root chakra, the more I repeat the affirmations, which are quite important, the less I worried about money. And it didn't matter how much was in my bank account. The affirmation that I repeated was, I am constantly supported by the earth. Everything I need and want is always provided to me. I'm grounded. I'm peaceful. I am deeply rooted into the earth. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel provided for. And I swear, I promise that any money worries just disappeared. It was so refreshing. It was so relieving, because we bought a house there last March, and as you know, trying to get funds together for the deposit for the mortgage, and I just kept repeating to myself, the earth provides everything that I need and I want, and much more. All of the money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I am open to receiving. I have abundance in my life. I trust that the universe and the earth supports me in everything I need and want, and especially related to my house That's what I was saying back then. So I recommend repeating these, how would you say, affirmations. And you can find these affirmations in the, how would I say, I'm going to include these affirmations in a link that you can find in the show notes. Some people might like to read through the explanation of the chakras, so that will help you to re-assimilate or replant or sembrar. Sometimes I forget to speak. I forget how to speak English sometimes because I speak Spanish every day, and I sometimes worry that my English has been lost. Spanish words keep coming to my mind. But yes, what I'm trying to say is like plant the seeds, like assimilate what I'm saying even more through reading. So let's put the blabble aside and move on to the next energy center, which is our sacral chakra. It is associated to the color orange and connected to the earth element water, which makes a lot of sense because it's creative energy is around our sacral chakra. It's located just below our navel in our lower abdomen, and it helps us really accept change and transformation. It helps us to let go, create things, like create our baby in our reproductive area, not just for women but also men, help in the reproductive process. The areas that are associated with our sacral chakra are our reproductive areas, our bladder, our kidneys, our stomach around that area, our reproductive hormones, any part of our lower abdomen. If you can just feel around your lower abdomen and think, what organs are in there? Well, they're the ones that are associated to our sacral chakra. Our emotions, whether we're disciplined or not, and addictions are all stored in our sacral chakra. Any fear of losing control in a relationship, anxiety and depression can come from an unbalanced sacral chakra. Chronic lower back pain, arthritis, hip issues, any joint problems, any genital or sexual problems, spleen or kidney issues, premenstrual syndrome, and different issues that could be associated around that area can be connected to our sacral chakra. So when you are focusing on the sacral chakra, imagine an orange ball of spinning, beautiful orange light just spinning there, and imagine a wind blowing through, a little whirlwind cleaning it all out. And think to yourself, the affirmations that I would recommend are: I am a creative being, I am passionate, I fulfill my needs as a man or a woman in a healthy and balanced way. I have an abundance of creativity, my emotions are in balance, I embrace change as a healthy part of life, and I have boundaries that protect me. If there are any issues around that area, you can say, for example, if you might be having problems getting pregnant, you could say, the pregnancy process is happening so easily and effortlessly, and the baby that comes in is feeling so comfortable and protected, and everything is working out easily and effortlessly in a comfortable space here. These can be related to the energy blocks, but just make sure that you do check with a doctor if you are having any issues down there. this energy release and let go is complementary to any physical issues that may be there. It can boost any healing, but really do check with your physician and any other avenues that might help if you're having any issues in any part of your body. The chant that you can chant to help further remove stagnant blocks is VAM, V-A-M. And LAM was the root chakra, and now it's VAM. VAM. So it's the next sound up. The first one was LAM. Now it's VAM. And I can feel that. Try it out. I can feel that vibration in my sacral chakra. It's absolutely amazing. I have some tuning forks as well. Where are they? They're just here somewhere. That I use that complements this removal of stagnant energy. Down the line, I will create a whole sound bath for people to really help them remove any blocks around their energy centers. Wearing orange, if we're working on our sacral chakra, can help. It's not necessary, but it can definitely help balance our sacral chakra when we're focusing on that. Foods that we can eat to help balance are oranges, citrus fruits, mangoes, anything that's orange. Carrots, butternut squash, pumpkins will help our sacral chakra balance. Not necessary, but it will definitely help. The sound frequency associated with our sacral chakra is the 417 hertz. It's to help with creative visualization. It really helps spark creativity. I nearly forgot about our solar plexus chakra. Wonderful, gorgeous yellow, sunshine yellow, sunshine in the sky yellow, not sun in space orange. But our solar plexus chakra, associated with the color yellow, is connected to the element fire. And you can imagine our fire element, like if it's unbalanced, we can get heartburn in our stomach. It's just 4 fingers above the navel, below our rib cage. This energy center governs our ability to feel confident, assertive. We can make decisions effortlessly and easily, and from a place of wisdom when our solar plexus chakra is balanced. Our personal power and our strong sense of self resides here. When our solar plexus chakra is imbalanced, we can have indigestion issues, irritable bowel syndrome, eating disorders, excessive weight gain, ulcers, heartburn, low self-confidence, emotionally speaking, insecurity and low self-esteem, constant need for confirmation and approval from others. That was me. Lack of direction and motivation. Difficulty setting boundaries. That was me. I just didn't know how to set boundaries, but I didn't know that boundaries needed to be set either. If our solar plexus chakra is imbalanced, we might be self-victimizing, over-analysis, thinking things over and over, issues in our pancreas, liver and colon. So because our solar plexus chakra is in the center, it's connected to our pancreas, our liver, our colon, our digestive system, our bowels, and let me think of anything else if I can remember. Yeah, diabetes, hypoglycemia. Am I even saying that right? Anyway, yes, all of those are connected to our solar plexus chakra. I recommend, if you want to balance your solar plexus chakra, if you want something to complement it, now not necessarily, but something that might help, are foods that are yellow. Bananas, yellow peppers, eggs, pineapple, all of the wonderful yellow foods. To be honest, I recommend eating a rainbow plate of foods every day. Like, try and include rainbow foods in your diet every day. That will automatically help your chakra system be balanced. I'm sure you already do, for those who are listening. The sound frequency connected to our solar plexus chakra is 528 hertz. It helps spark our will, our personal power, and our determination. It also helps balance our ego. So, when we're overly confident or we are overly controlling, that means that our ego is a little bit imbalanced. So, some people say that the 364 hertz activates our solar plexus chakra, and others, the solfeggio frequency 528 hertz can also balance and clear our solar plexus chakra. But just Google solar plexus chakra sounds and you'll find so many things on YouTube. There's so much information available on YouTube regarding this and on the internet. Like, we're so lucky, the amount of information that we have at the tips of our fingers these days. The chant to balance the solar plexus chakra is RAM, R-A-M. RAM. You can feel the vibration in your stomach. You can kind of navigate these sounds yourself by testing it out and feeling where it vibrates around your body. RAM. Moving on to the next energy center, which is, I really hope I'm not forgetting anything, but if I am, I'll put it in the show notes. Moving up to our green heart chakra energy center, which is in the center of our chest. It's our heart chakra. It's associated with the color green or pink, and the element that is connected to it is air. Our heart chakra is, of course, you can imagine, associated with self-love. Our heart being able to accept compliments, receive love and give love. It is connected to our lungs and our thymus gland, which regulates our flow of energy all around our body. It is essentially connected to our overall well-being. Our emotions are connected to our heart chakra, our self-awareness, meaningful relationships with ourself and others are associated with the heart chakra. I connect to the color green, but pink can also be connected here to your heart chakra. Green for me is just what I'm attracted to, but if you're attracted to pink, that's absolutely perfect as well. Let me see what else. Our heart chakra is connected, is the bridge, let me rephrase, is the bridge between our lower chakras and our higher chakras. So it's a super important energy center in our energetic body. When our heart chakra is unbalanced, we can feel a little rejected. We might lack trust in a relationship. We might find it difficult to receive affection and give affection. We might be over dependent codependency and overdependency in a relationship is connected to our heart chakra. And we might feel completely cold and find it difficult to be close to people around us. I know that I had issues with my heart chakra, and I remember going to an astrologist years ago, an amazing astrologist in Ireland, and he said to me, if I don't work on my heart area, he literally said that I'll develop heart issues, because there was a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-love, as most people go through different things in their lives. It's part of being human. It's all part of the human experience. But it's important to work on those as well and balance those areas again, because they can translate into physical illnesses. So yes, he made it very clear to work on my heart area, my self-love and everything. And I did. And it's not easy, but it's necessary. And we have to love ourselves. We have to have empathy and compassion for ourselves first, before we can to other people, towards other people. So when our heart chakra is balanced, we start to feel unconditional love and respect for ourselves and for others. And what happened to me was I was able to just love the body and the person for who I was, without having to want, or without having the need or the want to change anything. That means like lose weight, or wish I looked like, or was, or had similar physical appearances to other people. We accept ourselves exactly as we are when our heart chakra is balanced. We have meaningful connections with others effortlessly. We can feel comfortable and trust others easily. We're able to forgive not only others, but ourselves. Forgiving ourselves is one of the hardest things anyone can ever do, never mind forgiving others. We feel less lonely and isolated when we are connected to our heart chakra, because that connection to our heart chakra helps us not feel alone, because we have a sense of inner peace and emotional balance when our heart chakra is balanced. So it really is one of the most important parts to work on. And focusing on our heart chakra on a daily basis, on our heart center, focusing on feeling that love in our body, can also have rippling effects around our area, around our surroundings and the people around us. Our heart chakra chant is YAM. 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 You can feel it in your heart. YAM. When you breathe in deeply and breathe out, if you feel like using your voice to help balance those energies. YAM. The foods that can complement our heart chakra, you can guess, green foods, leafy greens, green vegetables, green fruits, apples, kiwis, spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Love Brussels sprouts. Okay. Is anyone out there a fan of Brussels sprouts? I do love them, not gonna lie. And the sound frequency to help with our heart chakra is 639 hertz. Moving up to the throat chakra in our throat area, it's associated with the color blue, and it's also connected to the earth element air, and it governs our ability to speak. Also, listen. When I say listen, I mean listen to what's really going on in the situation. Like, we can listen to somebody, but using our heart and our intuition, we can really hear what's happening behind the scenes. Our throat chakra is connected to our ability to express ourselves authentically and honestly and truthfully. We're able to speak our truth and communicate from a higher perspective. When we can express ourselves freely, think creatively, and communicate without any fear, that means our throat chakra is balanced. When our throat chakra is unbalanced, we might feel fear or afraid to show our true selves and to speak our truth, to say what we really feel. And it can also lead to creative blocks, fears of being judged, disharmonious relationships because we aren't able to say what we feel. We feel we aren't being heard. This happens a lot in relationships when the other person doesn't feel like they're being heard. We can feel fearful of being rejected, criticized. We have self-doubt, anxiety. We constantly need external validation, and that was me. I always needed to be validated on the outside. And the more and more I worked on my throat chakra, the less I gave a shit about what other people thought. We could develop sore throats, hoarseness, thyroid issues, tensions in our jaw, neck pain, frequent headaches if our throat chakra is imbalanced. It's connected to our thyroid gland, and that can be, our thyroid hormones are connected to fatigue, weight gain, depression, and sluggishness. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of hyperthyroid and an overactive thyroid, underactive thyroid. This can also be connected to an imbalanced throat chakra. And there's only one way to find out, and it's to test it out yourself. Foods that can be useful with our throat chakra are blueberries, anything blue, wearing blue things. There's something I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something, and I forgot to tell you about the sound frequencies connected to our throat chakra and the chants connected to our throat chakra. So the chant that's connected to our throat chakra is Ham. I love that. The foods that can complement unblocking our throat chakra are lemons, apples, blueberries, blackberries, blue corn, anything that's blue, and aubergine. Can you think of any other ones? Yeah, maybe grapes. But yes, juicy plums. Coconut water is actually really good for our throat chakra. And the sound frequency that will help our throat chakra is 741 Hertz solfeggio. And that really helps unblock any stagnant energy or throat chakra blocks that we might have in our throat chakra. The chant that we use for our throat chakra, it's a little bit further up, is HAM, H-A-M. Ham. Ham. You can feel the vibration. Just try it out yourself. Feel that vibration going around your throat area. And Yes. One affirmation that I always say when I'm around my throat chakra, the affirmations I use is, I let go of control and I go with the flow. I release control and I go with the flow. I speak authentically and I communicate through my heart. So it's like giving advice and suggestions from a place of love and heart. Even though, it's your throat chakra, we can also connect our throat chakra to our heart chakra. So yes. Moving up to the next energy center, which is our third eye chakra. Our third eye chakra is connected to the color indigo. It is associated with the earth element. Well, it's not really an earth element, it's ether. So it's like that ethereal energy that's connected to our third eye chakra. It is connected to our eyes, because it's in our third eye, you can imagine there. It's connected to our pineal gland. And our pineal gland is also connected. Well, hypothalamus, pineal gland, pituitary gland. When our third eye chakra is imbalanced, we can have headaches, problems with our vision, ear-related issues. Ear-related issues can also be connected to our throat chakra as well, I forgot to say that. Sinus issues, makes sense. And then sleep disturbances. Our sixth energy center, our third eye chakra, it also is connected to our hypothalamus, our pituitary gland, and our pineal gland, which are all located in the brain. These regulate our hormones, our sleep cycles, our metabolism, and our blood pressure. So when our third eye chakra is balanced, we can sleep better, we can feel clarity, we have improved intuition, we have a greater sense of purpose, our moods are stabilized, our energy is boosted, and are just mental. We can just think clearly, basically. That's basically what we can do. The sound frequency associated with our third eye chakra is 852 hertz. And a lot of people listen to this when they want to activate their third eye chakra or cleanse their pineal gland, when they want to connect to their higher selves. Some other people use 364 hertz to cleanse their third eye chakra. And if you just search third eye chakra frequencies or music to help unblock our third eye chakra, you will generally find 852 or 963 hertz. A mixture, basically, through singing bowls and tuning forks and meditation music. I find that when my third eye chakra was unblocked, I just got loads of information, like downloads. It was like I was getting lots of inspiration and a creative flow, just a creative flow of ideas and like information that I wanted to share. And that's when I started my podcast and I started writing. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of morning pages. Morning pages is something that people do when they wake up in the morning because they're still in the theta brainwave state and they still have access to their subconscious mind. And our third eye chakra is connected to that, where we can access inner wisdom. foods that are associated with our third eye chakra are purpley versions of other vegetables. Have you ever seen purple broccoli? It's actually a beautiful vegetable. Purple kale, purple carrots, eggplant or aubergine as we call it in Europe, plums and grapes. So those kind of indigo colours, because our third eye chakra associated with the colour indigo would suit these foods. And of course, colours that you can wear are like indigo, purple, navy. All of those complement our third eye chakra. What colour are you drawn to as a matter of interest? Are you drawn to any kind of colours clothes-wise? I'm drawn to really colourful colours lately. I've been drawn to purple a lot. Purple and green. Purple, green, what are the ones? Just colours. Red. So the sound frequency that is used alongside our third eye chakra is 963 hertz or 852 hertz. The solfeggio frequency, 852 hertz, is what you'll find on YouTube, but it can be combined with the crown chakra sound, which is 963 hertz, which we'll talk about in a moment. But sometimes they're kind of mixed together because they're kind of connected in an energetic way. What else? Oh, the chant. I'm not sure if I've remembered all the chants for all of the chakras. If I haven't remembered anything, they're all going to be in the link that will lead you to an article. Would you call it an article? Am I calling it an article? A blog, whatever it is, on my website, and I'll have all of the information there. The sound that is associated with our third eye chakra is So take in a deep breath. And breathe out the And the literally vibrates in the middle of our head. And that vibration helps remove stagnant energy. I'm going to actually put a link to the 7 mantras associated with our chakras that I follow on YouTube. It's actually very useful, and you can chant away while looking at the names of the chants, because I don't know, I find it difficult. Well, I suppose the more you do it, the more you get used to it. But to focus the sound as well as the name of the chant, as well as the colour of... This isn't supposed to be hard. This is supposed to be easy. But when you're focusing on the colour of your chakra, the organs associated, the hormones that need to be balanced, and you have your tuning forks, and this is supposed to be calming our nervous systems. So yeah, I'm somebody who's generally all or nothing, so that's where probably that's coming from. But yes, the best way to do this is to follow a guided meditation in as subtle way as possible, and try to keep our nervous systems as calm as possible so that we can get into healing mode, into that theta brainwave healing mode. So let's move on to I hope I haven't forgotten anything there, but our last chakra associated with the color purple, it's at the top of our heads. It's our 7th energy center, and it's our crown chakra. Okay, and our crown chakra means mind, body, and spirit, where it's all connected. And our crown chakra at the top of our head is what connects us to the higher dimensions. So when we're in a meditative state and our energy our energy raises, because really that's what happens. Our consciousness rises, our awareness, our energy lifts. It connects us, it kind of opens our crown chakra so that we can receive information. So we receive information through our crown chakra and our third eye chakra. But our crown chakra is where we can connect to the higher realms, basically. When our crown chakra is balanced, we can have a spiritual awakening. We wake up to what really is happening in this life. Why we're here, what we're here for, what's going on, what we really understand what the hell is going on. But then at the same time, you think you know, and then you keep finding out new things. So it's like it's continuous learning, and I love that. When your crown chakra is balanced, you have clarity of mind, increased empathy and compassion. You have a greater sense of purpose. You know your life mission. My life mission is to help raise the frequency of everyone around me and heal, maybe help other people discover their own healing ability and pass on information, teach and guide and all of that. When our crown chakra is balanced, we have reduced anxiety and much less stress. So much more. It's connected to our endocrine system. Our hypothalamus, our pituitary gland and our pineal gland are all around the same area as our third eye chakra and our crown chakra. It regulates our hormone melatonin, which is connected to our sleep and wake cycles, and which is our circadian rhythm, really, our internal body clock. And it can help boost our energy, improve our heart health, because when we're less stressed, our heart is more in balance as well. When we have our crown chakra blocked, we may not feel that we have a purpose in life. We can feel depressed. We might have trouble focusing on things, can be confused and indecisive, and we don't really have a connection to the spiritual side of things. Now, not everybody is created to a spiritual side of things, but they can be created, they can spend time on self-care. And self-care is a type of, I suppose, spirituality, in a sense that we're taking care of ourselves. And when we're taking care of ourselves, we have self-love for ourselves and self-care. So, when we're looking after ourselves and making sure that our mental state and, our mental health is being taken care of, that is taking care of our crown chakra as well, or balancing our crown chakra. The sound frequency that is associated to the crown chakra that I just said was 963 hertz. They call it the frequency of the higher dimension. It's kind of like that ethereal sound. Some people call it the God frequency, but it's like that higher restorative frequency that can really heal and clear and balance any stubborn energy. Foods that are associated with our crown chakra are onions, cauliflower, purple asparagus, purple cauliflower, anything to do with violet and purple. Violet and purple is the colour for our crown chakra. Indigo, third eye. And I'm very much drawn to purple these days. A lilac. So maybe it's because my crown chakra needs to be worked on and cleaned out. So yes, and the chant, most importantly, breathe in and I can feel that at the top of my head, literally. I really can. So it's amazing what we can do with our voice that can balance and harmonize our energy body. We have so many innate abilities that we haven't discovered yet. And working on our chakras will help us discover what those little powers are. So there are some affirmations that I forgot to say throughout the whole explanation of the chakras, but I will go through them right now. Let's just go through them all as well, and this will also help us to recap. So starting at the root chakra, associated with red, we can repeat the affirmations that I'm grounded, I am protected and safe. The earth provides everything I need and want, and even more. I am open to receiving, and I love being in my body. Sacral chakra, orange, just at our navel. Our root chakra is at the base of our spine. Our sacral chakra is at our navel. And the affirmations, I am creative, and I embrace my sexuality. I honor my needs as a woman, as a person, as a they. I am playful. I deserve to enjoy life. I am passionate, and I'm able to express my emotions healthily and effortlessly. Solar plexus chakra, yellow, in the stomach. I feel my own personal power. My potential is unlimited. I honor myself and I set boundaries. I accomplish tasks easily and efficiently. I act with courage and bravery. I have self-confidence. I am strong, and I am unapologetically me. Oh, that makes me a little bit emotional. I have a lovely, gorgeous friend, my best friend, and I'm always telling her to say that. My heart chakra, our heart chakra, green, in the chest, in our chest. And the affirmations are, I love myself and others unconditionally. I can accept and receive love and compliments easily and effortlessly. I forgive myself and others. I follow my heart. I release all fear. I am peaceful, and I am worthy of love. These affirmations are really powerful. Moving up to our throat chakra, associated with the color blue, I speak my truth. I also speak the truth. I live an authentic life. My voice matters. I listen and I am heard. I'm open and I'm honest. I have integrity and I speak with love. I love these. Third eye chakra, indigo, in our third eye area. I follow my intuition. I am insightful. I see clearly. I think clearly. I trust my own decisions. I nurture my spirit, and I am aware of my dreams. For those of you out there who are big dreamers and can remember, that's a huge tool. That's a gateway into your subconscious, and I recommend exploring them. I'll put a link actually to a dream school in Ireland that I came across, and if for any of you who are interested in exploring their dreams, you might be interested in this one. And our crown chakra, associated with the color violet at the top of our head. I am one with all that is. We're all part of the same energy. I am at peace. Everything is well. I am pure love and a divine being. I am infinite and boundless. I'm enlightened, and I'm a spiritual being. So whatever affirmations resonate with you, take them on. If anything in this episode doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Just discard it. We don't have to take on everything that we hear. It's whatever feels good and you think, yes, I am aligned with how that feels. That feels good when I hear that in my body. You know, I'm aligned with that. Affirmations are so powerful because you're speaking something and you're telling your brain that something is already true. Sometimes people are a little bit iffy about affirmations because they don't believe them. But the more we say affirmations, like if you're struggling with a certain part of your body, be it self-love, anger, with the right affirmation and working on that energy center and journaling, you know, there are other tools that can be very useful with cleansing our energy body. It's like self-therapy, really. And journaling all of your feelings. Affirmations, they can be so powerful, and sometimes we may not even believe them. But if we work on the energy or on the issue that we want to resolve, with the right affirmation, it can be very effective. I really hope you've enjoyed all of this information. There's an absolute information overload, and maybe you need to go back and listen to this a few times, or if you haven't listened to it all, that's okay. The main thing is that in order for you to benefit, listen to the meditations weekly, and at the end I'm going to create a whole chakra mindfulness meditation healing, so that we can really focus on all of the chakras at the end. Thank you so much for your open ears. I am so grateful. If you think anybody else might find this helpful, please share it and feel free to rate it on Spotify. I'd be only so grateful, because then other people can find it and maybe it might help them in a difficult situation. Thank you so much. Sending so much love. Bye bye.